So howdy, my name is Ville and you are watching, of course, Pure RC Off-Road channel. I just want to say thank you for you and everyone who has been supporting me by watching my videos past year. And if you are watching first time my video, then welcome to the train. I hope that you enjoy the trip and I hope that you subscribe my channel. It really helps my channel as well. In today's video I'm gonna show you how you can make your 1/18 scale crawler from Traxxas twice as powerful as it is with very simple and cheap way. As we know, this awesome little crawler lacks a little bit power, especially in soft or very muddy terrains, but from my experience after driving this dual motor setup, I can really say that only adding the one motor more will drastically change the performance. So what parts are needed for this conversion? First of all, you need another motor, and I recommend to buy another TRX4m motor from Traxxas. You can also use third-party motors, 180 sides, if that's your choice. You also need print files for the gearbox, which can be found description below. And unfortunately that's not free, it's about €5 as filming this. So it doesn't cost you any fortune, but it's small kickback for me, which I can put again for this hobby. So. And finally, you need everything what's inside on the old gearbox, bushings and the gears. So that's it. You buy another motor, you buy the print file for the gearbox, print it out, and you take everything what's inside old gearbox and install to a new gearbox. Now if you still think, yes, I'm gonna try this, please continue watch the video. I will give you a couple of more hints what to do after printing this gearbox out. So first of all, after removing the supports and all the stuff, give it the surfaces slight sanding. Just light sanding, as you can see from the video, it's very light sanded, and then use 4mm drill to drill out these guide holes, 2 guide holes here. And after that it snaps very nicely together. And when the things are done, let's say correctly, the pieces should be snapped very nicely together, like this. So it's very tight. There is no seam, it's seamless basically. And then you just use old screws to screw these 2 pieces together. And I went ahead and I assembled the stop axles, and when everything is said to be correctly, it should be possible to rotate the transmission very easily with 2 fingers. Like so. And also I almost forgot to say that you need to practice your soldering skills and to solder these 2 motors in parallel. Then you need to assemble transmission into chassis, and for that you need to first remove 2 screws each side. Then you place this gearbox back and then you re-screw the screws back. So after reassembling the battery tray and connecting the wires, everything what's needed is done. So only thing is left that you put the battery on and have some fun. Before we end this video, I will show you a couple of details. So as you can see, the motors are a little bit higher, maybe 1 inch higher, and because of that you need to cut out this plastic part right here. But the good news is that this motor setup is still enough low, so as you can see, if you like to put the driver or dashboard in it, it is still possible. So now that we have seen what's under the hood, it's time to ask, is there any reason or is there any sense to make this modification? So let's get through the cons first, the bad things, if there is bad thing. But the most important thing is that it will raise the center of gravity point higher, because the gear geometry is made so that, and because of the narrow chassis, you can't make this gearbox any wider, and you can drop down these motors as down in the original. So as you can see, the motors are a little bit higher, maybe 1 inch higher than in the original gearbox. And now the good news, and there is obviously a couple of those. So first thing is that you have these 2 motors, so you get basically 2 tons of torque. And it will of course help the wheel speed, maintain your wheel speed when you are climbing steep hills or soft environment. So it will maintain the speed very constant. And another one is that load is shared with these 2 motors. So the motors will actually run much cooler than the single motor. So that is very good thing. So I think that sums up my thoughts of this performance mod. It will cost you a couple of bucks or euros. It's not fortune, but I get small kickback from it, and it will of course return this hobby. Help me keep on this channel running. If you have any other ideas or what kind of mods or scale parts you want to see me doing on this channel, please write it down on the comments. And thank you for watching my video, and I hope that we see you on the next one. Until then, peace out.